What's your favorite urban legend? I am from Kharkov, Ukraine. And since childhood I have heard from my great-grandfather the legend about deep beneath the city's subway system. There's a secret line that doesn't appear on any maps. It's said that those who board the train are never seen again. But if you listen carefully at certain stations, you can hear the echo of their voices, still trying to find their way back. And when the war started, people were allowed into the subway to hide from the Russian bombing. And you know what? Bitch, it turned out to be true. We really do have a system of abandoned subway lines. I didn't hear any voices from there, but the legend was partially true, but it was all closed before the war started. There's one going around my town about a monster killing the homeless. I love it because every time I hear it the number goes up, but nobody has guessed the real total yet. I loved Slenderman. My family and I used to go to our local comic-con all 3 days. On one of those days, I was always him. I worked construction and had a pair of high drywaller stilts. I painted them black. I bought black fabric and created a suit that made it look like my legs were 2 foot taller while making my torso appear 1 foot longer. I also designed some grippers that strapped to my forearms and made it look like my arms were about 2 foot longer. I out white gloves on the grippers and cut sleeves off a white dress shirt to put up the suit sleeves to look more natural. I also cut up one of those white full-body suits so that I could slip the face hood over my head and tuck into the white dress shirt I wore. One time the hood ripped, so I bought a no-face from Spirited Away mask and wore it and a black fedora. That was fun until some mentally unstable kids made the news and Slenderman fell out of favor. My favorite one has gotta be the one where some dude encounters somebody laying face down on a highway. He senses something isn't right, drives past, and a bunch of people emerge from the bushes. Turns out it's a setup to catch somebody to sacrifice for a satanic ritual. The one about the escaped mental patient with a hook for a hand wandering through secluded lovers' paths. Classic teen terror. The disappearing hitchhiker. I heard it in the 70s as a person would stop for a hitchhiker who seemed to be an ordinary person, and they would get in and drive for a while, and the driver would look away for a minute, and then when they looked again, the hitchhiker would have disappeared. One of my favorite urban legends is the story of the black-eyed children. These mysterious children are said to appear at night, knocking on doors or windows, asking to come inside. The catch? They have completely black eyes, no whites or irises. People who encounter them describe a deep sense of fear or unease, and they often report that these children speak in strange, robotic manners. The stories vary, but it's always eerie because people who let them in supposedly experience terrifying events afterward, though the details are often left vague. The story plays on primal fears of children behaving unnaturally and the unsettling concept of inviting in something malevolent without fully understanding the consequences. The ambiguity makes it even spookier. The one about the killer in the backseat of your car. It's creepy but intriguing. The Beast of Bodmin Moor, a black panther supposedly eating farmer sheep. A man on YouTube found the cave of the beast, and it has a human skull inside. Mothman. The urban legend of alligators in the sewers is pretty cool. The idea that wild animals could reside in unexpected areas is absurd. Gangs running around with their headlights off, ambushing people that flash theirs. My favorite urban legend is about the Mothman, a mysterious winged creature said to haunt Point Pleasant, West Virginia. The licked hand, whatever version still creeps me out. The Bunny Man and the Bunny Man Bridge in Clifton, Virginia, Northern Virginia. https://m.wikipedia.org. Wiki Bunny Man. In my town there was a girl who was killed in a car accident on the way to prom back in the 50s. Now people claim to see her outside our old cemetery. They call her the Pink Lady because of her rosy dress. Resurrection Mary. https:// edit. The small town with a huge baby boom that started 9 months after the train lines came through, and a train would whistle every day at 5 a.m., waking up the residents early in the morning, but not early enough to go back to sleep. Typical, but my favorite urban legend is Bloody Mary. Chuck Norris walked into a Burger King and ordered a Big Mac and got one.